Joe.
And I'm Adam.
And together, we're the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
You want to hear something weird?
Always.
I didn't write my notes for this episode.
What?
I didn't prepare. Don't tell the Misfits. See you later. Like they're gonna believe that. Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole drunken marriage episode.
And we try to make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you too.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Okay.
You cracking open a cold one? We're going to get a sponsor for this podcast yet. How's your week going so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's still early in the week, though.
That's true. It's only Tuesday. Still got ways to go.
Yep.
Anything exciting happening?
Well, we're on season 6 now.
Well,
that's
that's
exciting.
pretty exciting. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. 5 seasons ahead of it.
5 seasons.
And a couple movies. Last week was funny. The episode was funny.
Oh, you liked that episode?
I enjoyed it. It was
good.
It was fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
Quit making fun of our podcast. What are we doing this week?
This week we're doing the one after Vegas.
Oh. Tell us what the IMDb plot is.
Well, Ross and Rachel deal with the aftermath of their drunken escapade. Phoebe and Joey take a road trip back to New York in Phoebe's grandmother's cab. And Monica and Chandler ponder the idea of marriage.
Right.
I think you can say it's your cab after the person dies, right?
Yeah, right? I mean, she's no longer driving it or owning it.
Right.
So. Our episode director is the one, the only Kevin Bright.
KB.
So I thought it was cool that he directed the first and the last episode of season 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to do it also in season 6.
Mm.
So I sneaked ahead and he does it for the rest of the series.
You snuck ahead on the entire series?
Just
Spoilers.
to see the first and the last episode through season 10. He directs them. I thought that was really cute. He directs a couple in between, but he definitely does the first and the last.
Right.
Also, I think I've mentioned before that he went to Emerson College and he taught, how to direct comedy shows at Emerson College.
Mm-hmm.
He also was the executive producer for 2 productions for the school on the Emerson's TV channel. Oh. So he produced, one was a sketch comedy hour called Zebro. A laugh show? Zebro.
Zebro.
Yeah, which reminded me of that Drive when he goes, Deborah, Zebro.
Zebro.
Remember that?
And that song? Oh, Deborah by T-Rex from Baby Driver.
Yeah. And the other was a sitcom titled Brown at Midnight.
Ooh.
Yeah, which was set at the school and followed a freshman DJ at the school station WERS 88.9 FM.
Oh, okay. Good. That's much better than what I was thinking.
It's not that. Which I thought was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Episode writer this week is Adam Chase. This is Adam Chase's last season with Friends.
Aw.
Yeah. He created this sci-fi comedy Clone, which ran for 1 season on BBC 3. The series starred Jonathan Pryce as the creator of the world's first human clone, and Mark Gatiss as the government agent out to catch both of them when they escape a government facility and go on the run.
Aw.
Yeah.
I like Jonathan Pryce. I almost bought Brazil the other day.
Oh, Brazil. What was our original air date?
The original air date was September 23rd, 1999. Oh. We're closing in on that century.
Y2K.
In our first week back from the Friends summer vacation, the box office top 10 was number 10, The Runaway Bride.
Yes.
Where Julia Roberts pulls a Rachel Green multiple times. Number 9, Mumford, a new psychologist with the same name as the town, Mumford, is pretending. fairly well.
I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked Mumford.
It was good. It was good.
It's a cute little movie.
Yeah.
And number 8 is Jacob the Liar, which is set in WW2, which is Robin Williams in a Nazi ghetto. And he makes up fake news to give the other inhabitants of the ghetto hope.
Oh.
I was trying to work in a Good Morning Vietnam joke.
Dark, man. That is dark. It's kind of like Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's sort of shortly after that.
Oh, man. Okay.
7 was Stir of Echoes and Kevin Bacon and a ghostly thriller.
Oh, I remember that. That was creepy and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6 was Stigmata. Patricia Arquette gets sores on her hands.
Speaking of Arquette, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Number 5, American Beauty, where, a plastic bag blows around in the wind.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
all we can talk about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Number 4, For the Love of the Game. Sam Raimi directs a snoozer about baseball.
With Kevin Costner in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, The Sixth Sense, where a little Haley Joel Osment sees dead people.
That was a good movie.
Number 2, Blue Streak. Now, this is where Martin Lawrence is a former convict posing as a cop to retrieve a diamond he stole years ago.
That's funny.
And number 1, Double Jeopardy, where Ashley Judd is jailed for her husband's murder, but learns the husband is still alive. So, spoiler, she kills him again after misunderstanding the Double Jeopardy law.
You meaning you can't get tried for the same crime twice.
Right, but crime is specific.
Right.
At a specific time and place, not...
She didn't actually commit a crime in the first one.
Right.
So, yeah. Poor Ashley Judd.
I'm sure it all worked out for the character in the finish.
I'm sure.
In real life, you would have a bit more trouble. Unless you had a lot of money.
That's true. Are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right. Because of Courtney Cox and David Arquette's marriage,
Yeah.
the opening credits had Courtney billed first above Jennifer Aniston, and the main character members and the show's creators had the name Arquette after their names.
Yeah.
So it said Jennifer Aniston Arquette, Courtney Cox Arquette. Yeah, it was cute.
Very cute.
And then the closing credits read, to Courtney and David, who did get married. Courtney Cox was filming Scream 3 around the same time as this episode.
Okay.
You can tell by the length of her hair, it's much longer than it was at the end of the season.
Yeah.
In Scream 3, she wore an artificial hair piece that consisted of those really small, tight bangs.
Right.
Yeah, pixie bangs, they call them. Which is a look that has been widely panned by fans of hers, although not many people realize that the bangs weren't real until they think about the timeline in which Scream and season 6 of Friends were filmed.
Yeah, I never knew that they were fake. I never
thought about it.
Yeah, I thought they were short because she did that thing where she pulls her hair down in front of her face and cuts them too.
You watch a lot of YouTube videos where people do that. No, micro bangs were kind of in, I guess. And
yeah, there's a few people will pop up every now and then with us.
And certain people can pull them off.
Right.
And certain people can't. I am not one of those people.
Neither am I.
When Ross says that he and Rachel shouldn't have been allowed to get married due to how drunk they were, he's actually correct. I looked it up. In real life, marriages in which one or both of the parties is under the influence of alcohol are invalid. But that does not make for a funny episode. So according to the interwebs, it is the truth, but sometimes people slip through and it happens. Yeah, they can pretend they're not drunk and get married.
Right, if they have crap all over their face and they're throwing rice at each other, it's probably a
good sign that they are drunk. According to the Friends timeline, Ross and Rachel remain married for 6 months before divorcing. So we should keep track of that. It'll be 6 months before they go before the judge.
Yeah, it is a fair bit.
Yeah. Remember, each episode is not a week. So
right. Well, and then plus the timeline's always askew because this picks up directly after the last episode, but it's been 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. For summer. Rachel's line, "This isn't a marriage, this is just the world's worst hangover," was improvised during shooting, as the original line was, "Stop saying the word marriage." Wasn't funny, considering the audience didn't laugh.
Oh.
In fact, the audience laughed so hard at this improvised line that they had to use an earlier take of Ross's response after her line because they laughed over his lines every time.
Oh.
So they had to go cut back to an older version.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I thought that was
fun.
funny. Joey's line, "This is where I make my money back," also was not in the original script. And is super important to note because it was all in the trivia I looked up. This is the first episode with the yellow mixer in Monica's apartment. Up until now, the mixer has been black.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super important because, I go to a couple sites to get trivia information, and they all mentioned it. Like,
everybody mentioned.
Be on the lookout for the yellow mixer.
And I, as a man, never noticed the mixer.
I do notice the mixer. I didn't know that this was the episode it changed colors, so...
That's right. You heard it here, folks. Prior to season 6, Monica Geller returned her mother's mixer and she got a new one. All right. So episode reactions.
Yeah.
Joe, what's your reaction?
This is a fun episode. I like this episode when the realization that R&R are married, the way it washes over them is so funny, when they realize that.
Oh, no.
I've never been that intoxicated, and wow, just solid gold. It's just so funny. Ross is on his 3rd marriage, and from this moment on, the marriage jokes do not stop.
Do not.
No. Monica and Chandler avoiding or running into the signs all over the place is funny. And the cross-country trip with Joey and Phoebe is funny.
Yeah.
We have driven that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in one shot, but, I'm a morning driver. I like to drive first thing in the morning. So when we go on road trips, I usually have the first leg of the trip. Doesn't matter if we get up at 3, 4 a.m., I'm good to go. But once I hit 2 p.m., I am no good.
Once I get into nap time.
Especially if I know I need to drive until like 8 or 9, there's no way.
Yeah.
So we make good road trip partners because you are not a morning driver and I am. And basically you are forced to drive in the afternoon because I can't. I'll fall asleep.
I gotta take a break sometime.
Yeah.
True that. So yes, this episode makes for good viewing. I enjoy Ross's immediate pivot into giving the marriage the old college try.
That's right. Let's just stay married.
And like you said, we have had to drive long distances. I've had to with people that I don't know overly well.
Okay, yeah.
And that's always fun when you're traveling with someone on a different page than you or even not even the same book. I also enjoy that C and M are on the same side with their battle against fate. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That they're like, no.
We don't want to.
Fate, leave us alone.
Right. Are you ready to get into some favorites?
I am. Jill, what's your favorite line?
Oh, I like when Chandler says, "What if we lived together and you understand what I'm saying?" It's like she just keeps like, what are you talking about?
Why are you being so obtuse? Or is it deliberate?
What about you?
I went with Ross.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look. How is this going to affect you? Really? I mean, you fill out some form once in a while. Instead of checking the box that says Miss, you check the box that says Mrs. It's right next to it.
Oh, I was under the impression that they were far away from each other. I just love that part. It's so funny. Favorite moment, I love when Chandler asks her to move in with him and she shouts, "Yes!" and jumps in his arms. It's super cute.
Super cute moments for you. I'm going with the R&R moment of realization, the old gasping point.
It's like, we didn't get married. And then they look
Who got married? What? Oh, no.
So funny. Favorite outfit. You don't see it for very long, but I really like Rachel's dress the morning after the wedding when they're having breakfast. Super cute dress. Very flattering.
Oh, yeah. And after that, I went for Monica's pink t-shirt and red pants.
Yeah.
She's cutie patootie.
That is a cutie patootie outfit. All right, themes we explored this episode. So theme 1, drunken marriages. So they were beyond trashed, right?
Right.
And allowed to get married. And typically people think it's how they truly feel. When you're drunk, all your true feelings bubble to the surface, right?
Okay.
So I looked it up.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's true. And it's not. I love cognitive dissonance. Drunk thoughts are rarely hidden truths, but rather raw, unfiltered, and often distorted impulses resulting from reduced activity in your prefrontal cortex, the brain's reasoning and judgment center. Alcohol lowers inhibitions and brings non-dominant emotional or primordial thoughts to the surface, which may feel more intense, but are often nonsensical.
Primordial?
I know.
Damn.
Get all those big words I used.
Yeah.
Cognitive dissonance.
Nice.
Primordial. Prefrontal cortex.
Right.
Do you have to look those up too? No.
No.
All right, theme 2.
Yes.
Driving across country. Joey reminds us of the boy kid. He doesn't drive. Never will. He actually falls asleep the minute he stops talking about video games. Which means pretty much as soon as he gets in the car.
Absolutely.
This trip takes a few days, and it really does suck when the other person just sleeps the whole time. If we've been driving for hours, and I could even have 3 cups of espresso, but if Joe is slightly snoring peacefully right beside me, I will fall asleep. So that's why we listen to podcasts or books on tape or Rob Zombie to keep us awake.
Yeah, it's like we have to. If I fall asleep, you are like, okay, you cannot fall asleep because I'm getting sleepy.
Right. Sometimes just listening to music makes you tired for some reason. And I'm always like, let's listen to music.
Right. But we have to listen to like upbeat music because if it's like soft, gentle music, it'll definitely lull us to sleep. All right. Theme 3, signs, everywhere signs. Monica and Chandler rely on signs to point to whether they should get married or not. So I looked this up too.
Oh.
Seeing signs everywhere often represents a heightened state of awareness where an individual interprets coincidences or repetitive patterns as personally significant messages from the universe, subconscious, or any other spirit that they choose. Psychologically, this is often linked to, it's called apophenia.
Okay.
Perceiving connections in random data, or confirmation bias, especially during times of transition, crisis, or uncertainty, which means that you look for things that will validate what you want. So like they were trying to avoid getting married, so then they kept seeing signs that said, you should be getting married.
Right.
But it's not the universe. It's just the way it is.
And I never look for signs. No. Therefore, I don't see any. Okay, theme 4, staying married. I mean, the box is right next to it. I don't understand what a problem is. It's like half an inch. Or like 5 centimeters for Europe. I don't know.
All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode.
Okay, dearly beloveds, all found a female Don Quixote and a little kitty cat. Let's see, we have Ross Eustace Geller and lovely Rachel Karen Green.
Here.
Oh, that's a doctor, Ross. You sons. Cool beans. We have witnesses here, Candy and Dee Dee.
Yep. I love weddings. Aww.
Do you have rings? No. Makes no never mind to me. So, Lady Rachel, repeat after me. I, Rachel, take you, Ross, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold, for this day forward, rich or poor, sickness and in health, love and cherish, death you part.
I, Rachel, take Dr. Eustace to be my wedded husband, to love and cherish and stuff.
Close enough. Doc, your turn. I, Dr. Ross, take you, Rachel, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold, for this day forward, better or worse, rich or poor, sickness, health, blah, 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 till death do us part. Okay. I, Ross, take Rachel.
High five! You got the name right! Woo!
Woo! Take that, Waltham.
What's a Waltham?
You guys got some backstory here. I like it. Ross, buddy, just give me a till death do us part, big guy. Yeah, yep. Till death do us part. After Richard sickness and poorer health. Yeah, that'll do. Congratulations, lovebirds. You may kiss and you're already going at it. Nice.
Oh, look at them go. I love weddings. All right, we're back.
We are back.
So we open with the cold open. The wedding chapel continued from last season. Chandler and Monica are about to get married. And did you notice that the chapel doors are purple? I think that's a sign they match her apartment.
Oh.
Or they just use the paint from her apartment to paint the chapel doors.
To paint the chapel doors. Right.
All right, so Chandler stands up with an okay, this is it. He claps his hands. We're gonna get married. And Monica asks, are you sure you want to do this?
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Right before you get married.
Suddenly, the doors burst open, and Ross and Rachel come out arm in arm. And Rachel's carrying a bouquet. They have just gotten married.
Just gotten married.
Ross goes, well, hello, Mrs. Ross, and throws some rice at Rachel. And Rachel goes, well, hello, Mr. Rachel, and throws some more rice. They storm out into the street, going in opposite directions.
I love that detail. It cracks me up. They wander up different
And
ways.
you hear Ross go, ugh. So pan back to Mon and Chan, and they are flabbergasted.
Yep.
Monica's like, whoa. Chandler's like, oh my God. Joey enters running with Phoebe. Come on, Phoebes, hurry. Phoebe's like, okay. And they run into the chapel.
Oh, man, is that ADR bad
Yeah.
when they run in.
ADR is automated dialogue replacement.
Right. Well, this happens when there's noises or like someone messes up a line during taping.
Right.
Or in this instance, Joey and Phoebe clearly are saying nothing, but they wanted those lines added in there for some reason.
Right. And I also remember the ADR when he goes, oh, mommy, oh, daddy, I am a big old baddie. So again, it pans to Chandler and Monica, who are stunned, and Chandler shouts, oh my God, is everybody getting married?
Woo!
Phoebe and Joey run back out and head towards the street. The attendant, who serves no purpose in this wedding chapel, starts scolding them. No running in the chapel.
She's there to do that.
Oh, okay. So Phoebe turns on her and says, hey, don't you give me any ear. And then she goes, hey, after she sees Chandler and Monica.
She's so mad at her right away.
I know.
So
right?
mad.
Everyone greets, well, she's still drunk.
Yeah.
You know.
Primordial and all that.
Everyone greets with haze, and Monica asks, what are you guys doing here? And Joey divulges, Ross and Rachel left us a message saying they were getting married. Isn't that why you guys are here? Oh, and Chandler and Monica flounder. Well, yeah, of course. That's why else would we be here?
100%, of course.
Joey questions, well, what happened? Did we miss it? And Chandler points out, well, actually, we missed it. Phoebe turns on to the attendant and says, well, maybe you wouldn't have if you could run in the chapel.
Then we have a couple cut lines. Monica goes, I can't believe Ross and Rachel got married.
And Joey adds, I know. I didn't even know they were dating again.
And then Chandler replies, well, I don't think they were much dating as they are 2 bottles of vodka walking around in human form.
Which was funny. I'm sorry they cut it.
Sometimes it's just for time.
I know. Monica, still flummoxed, goes, this is insane. And Phoebe shrugs, what's the big deal? You know, it's not like it's a real marriage. Chandler goes, what?
He shrugs it. What?
Yeah, if you get married in Vegas, you're only married in Vegas. And Monica points out, what are you talking about? If you get married in Vegas, you're married everywhere. Phoebe is shocked. Really? Monica goes, yeah. And she goes, oh my God. Well.
Phoebe. That is so Phoebe.
Q, I'll be there for you.
All right. Now we're in Rachel's room at the luxurious Caesar's Palace.
Annex.
It is a messier mess than last time we saw it. R&R apparently went around and skewed the frames on the walls. And they must have gotten more booze because it looks like the end of time and all that remains are empty bottles. So Rachel knocks some cans on the floor. She wakes up to her image in the mirror. Finding herself still a doodle, she groans, is that still here?
Am I still here?
The blankets rustle beside her, and she screams. And then Ross screams. Post screams, they grab their collective heads in hangover pain, and they slowly focus on one another with their graffitied faces. Ross mutters, why are we in bed together? And Rachel squeaks, I don't know.
And then in some cut lines, Ross asks, did we...
And Rachel chimes in with, I don't know. And then back to the uncut territory, she asks, do you have any clothes on? And Ross feels around under the blanket and lies, yeah. And she goes, really? Even though she has full pajamas and socks on. Ross admits, no, but we didn't have sex, did we? I mean, I don't remember much about last night. It's such a blur. And Rachel has a glimmer of a memory. Oh, I remember laughing. I laughed a lot. And then Ross insists, well, then we didn't have sex.
Oh, my God. Ego much?
You can have laughs during sex.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So, having only been drinking a couple of years myself, I've never been so drunk that I don't remember things. But I kind of feel like if we had sex, we could tell.
Yeah, there would be some telltale signs. All right, so we have some more cut lines. Rachel goes, well, so what did we do last night? And Ross goes, I don't know, but I think it was a lot of fun. And Rachel goes, yeah, luckily not too much fun, right? Ross goes, oh, I don't think so. Rachel goes, oh, thank God.
I feel like if you can't tell, you did something wrong.
Yeah. He didn't do something right, or all the way to the finish.
Then Rachel climbs from the bed, dressed in jammies, as I said, and she says, relieved, oh, I mean, we were really drunk. I'm just glad we didn't do anything stupid. And then Ross turns to sit up, agreeing with a tell me about it. But we, the audience, see that he has just married emblazoned across his back in that ultra-permanent marker they have.
So there is a huge debate if they were on a break. Why wasn't there a debate on if they did it or not?
Well, because it's network TV.
Oh, that's true.
And they can't get into...
Oh, God!
The censors almost didn't let him say vagina that one time,
That's
let
true.
alone a...
Oh, my God! No, too much. You gotta leave it out. This is too much. You were so bad. We're at the breakfast buffet. Phoebe is already sitting at the table as Joey enters. Joey greets Phoebe and sits down with, well, my movie has officially been canceled.
Shutter Speed was canceled 26 years ago. From then till
Right.
now. It's been 26 years.
Phoebe empathizes with him and offers him some grub, but Joey says, nah, I'm too depressed to eat. I'll probably eat in like 5 minutes.
I've been that depressed before.
So I guess I'll just fly home with you guys. What time's your flight? And Phoebe says, what about my cab?
No.
Joey points out, I don't need that anymore. Another very boy kid thing to do or say.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The meh and shrug. Also, a parking lot in NYC is like $300 a month on the
Right.
low end.
Right.
You think she would just be happy to leave the cab in the desert somewhere.
But no, Phoebe admonishes him. No, Joey, you borrowed my cab. You have to drive it back. Joey whines, I don't want to drive all the way back by myself. I get so lonely. He gets an idea. Ooh, how about you come with me? Phoebe laments, I don't know. It's such a long trip. Joey tries to convince Phoebe. It'll be great. we could talk and play games, huh? This could be a chance to like renew our friendship.
Oh.
Phoebe asks, are you asking me to have a friennaissance? Joey confused goes, sure.
Sure.
Phoebe teases, all right, although I don't think we need one, baby. I never stopped loving you.
I like how they're always flirty and
I
cute
know,
with
it's
each
so
other.
Cute.
So Chandler and Monica enter the scene, and everybody greets each other with haze,
Right.
as they do. And Chandler quips, so has anyone talked to Dr. and Mrs. Geller yet? And Phoebe's like, yeah, they left me a message. They should be here any minute. And then Joey asks, where is the waitress? I am starving. And Chandler points out, it's a buffet, man. This is when Joey goes, oh, here's where I win my money back. And then he gets up and heads for the buffet table with Chandler in tow. Chandler, now that he has Joey alone, goes, listen, I got to talk to you. And Joe's like, sure, what's up? But he is grabbing spoonful after spoonful after spoonful of scrambled eggs. And
There's a huge pile on his plate.
Chandler's trying to look at him like, really? And Joey goes, oh, and puts a spoonful of eggs on his plate.
Here you go.
I won't have to eat for the rest of the day. So Chandler whispers, Monica and I almost got married last night. And Joey's so excited. He's like, OMG, that's so huge. And he puts his plate down and hugs him. And wait a minute. How come I wasn't invited? And who is going to be your best man? Don't say Ross. Do not say Ross.
I love that's what he's worried about.
Right, that's the first thing.
He's excited that they almost got married, but please don't let Ross be the best man.
Yeah. Chandler goes, look, I just don't think Monica and I are ready to get married. I mean, I love her and everything, but seeing Ross and Rachel coming out of that chapel was like, whoa, wake up call. I like that he doesn't sound as scared. He just sounds more reasonable about it.
Right. It's not that he doesn't want to marry her at some point. He just thinks now is too soon.
Right. And he's like, how do I tell her that without crushing her?
Aww.
Well, don't stand on her. And then Joey, without any hesitation, goes, tell her she's not marriage material. And Chandler's like, what? And Joey's like, yeah, girls say it to me all the time. And believe me, if she's anything like me, she's just going to be relieved.
No.
So we pan over to Monica and Phoebe's having the same conversation. Monica leans into Phoebe's. How do I tell Chandler it's too soon? It's going to break his heart. He's going to think I don't love him anymore. And Phoebe quips, well, you don't. And Monica snaps, yes, I do. Phoebe smiles and says, oh, good. I was just testing you. Chandler returns with Joey and says hi to the ladies. And Monica quickly says, oh, hi. We were just talking about bacon. And Phoebe corrects her, no, we were talking about tennis. Tennis is more believable.
Always a smart plan. But there is bacon on his plate. I don't see tennis anywhere, drunk Phoebe.
So now Ross and Rachel enter. Mm-hmm. They all greet each other with haze and sit down. Rachel pours them both some coffee. They're acting like nothing's happened, and everyone is just staring at them.
Right.
Ross notices first and knows, what? Chandler goes, are we going to talk about what you guys did last night? Or
And I like that they have no concept that they were anywhere near a chapel at this point.
Nope.
They think they're talking about them having gone to bed together.
Right. So Rachel says to Ross, I don't know. And then to the gang, what do you mean last night? Nothing happened last night. Ross goes, yeah. And Phoebe goes, Ross invited us all to watch.
Hello.
And Rachel turns to Ross, stunned.
And I like there's a cut line. Rachel hits Ross and then goes, what's the matter with you?
Because again, she still thinks they're talking about having sex.
Why would you call your sister to come watch us?
So Monica says, Rach, we weren't going to miss our friends getting married. And Rachel gasps, who got married? Ross is as surprised to hear this as she is. And Chandler, not quite sure what is going on, goes, you did? I love how he says it.
You?
Ross laughs, what? Hello? Oh, we didn't get married. Rachel agrees, no, we didn't get married. That's ridiculous. And they turn to look at each other and suddenly remember that they did, in fact, get married.
Right, the old gasping point, like I said.
So Ross goes, I remember being at a chapel. And Rachel goes, oh my God. Ross goes, they wouldn't let us get married when we were that drunk. And Rachel goes, no. And Joey scoffs. They let you get married when you're drunk. Most people who get married in Vegas are drunk. And then Phoebe shouts, hell, I'm drunk right now.
Yes.
They all turn and look at her. What? I can't have a mimosa with breakfast? I'm on vacation.
We had mimosas in Vegas.
We did. High five. Monica asks, what are you guys going to do? Rachel looks at Ross. Well, I guess we find a divorce lawyer? Chandler, with his quick wit, goes, well, I think Ross already has one.
And then another couple cut lines, Monica goes, yeah, that guy's finally going to be able to put in that pool. Ross chides, all right.
And Chandler continues, now this one's free, right? Because you paid for the first two. So the third one's free? Ross corrects him, laugh it up, but the joke's on you because we don't need to get divorced, okay? We're just going to get an annulment.
No.
Joey says, an annulment? Ross, I don't think surgery's the answer here.
I'd still like to know what he thinks an annulment is.
Right? Phoebe shouts, oh, that's your thing. Ross asks, what? Your thing. You know, you're the guy who gets divorced. And everyone goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All like, yeah, right.
Ross says, no, that is not my thing. I do not love getting divorced. Phoebe continues rambling. Yes, you do. This is your third divorce. You love divorce so much, you're probably going to marry it. Then it won't work out and you're going to have to divorce it. Divorcing guy. I'm so drunk.
I'm so drunk.
How many mimosas has she had?
7.
All right, next we follow as Chandler and Monica amble through the casino floor, that back corner that they like. That back wall by the old paleontology books.
And we begin with some cut lines. Chandler goes, you want to play some pie gow?
And Monica sort of blows that off. Maybe, but I kind of think we should talk about last night.
Chandler continues, that's a good idea because I want to talk about last night too, and I don't know what pie gow is.
Neither do I, Chandler.
Monica says, I see.
And then we return to regular content. Monica adds, so, what do you think we should do? And Chandler is getting nervous. He's like, I don't know, but I know that I love you. And Monica goes, I know, I love you. They awkwardly hug like two people that do not want to get married.
Aw.
Right now.
Right.
Chandler asks on edge, so where are we on the whole going back to the place where they have all the marriages thing? I love you. And Monica Geller reasons, well, that's a good question. Last night we let the dice decide. Maybe we should leave it up to fate again. I love you.
I love how they shout the I love yous. I love you.
And Chandler likes this. Yeah, we don't have to get married unless there's a sign. Okay, so say you roll another 8. And right now they happen to be standing next to their favorite craps table. Then there's a definite sign that we should get married. And Monica is excited to agree. All right, 8 we get married, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we don't get married. Which was almost my favorite line.
It's so funny.
And Chandler's like, sounds great. Okay, they're ready to go. And Chandler slaps some money on the table as a croupier announces, coming in, we got a shooter. Money, please. Ready, ready. Monica gives a timid, come on, 8. And then Chandler adds, yes, 8. In a way that is the opposite of heartfelt. Heartfelt, so brain untouched. In a very brain untouched kind of way. Monica rolls the dice. And I should point out that the other people around the table are 2 other casino workers besides the croupier and an older man in a tux.
Well, it is 9 o'clock in the morning.
Grandpa Bond. So the croupier calls it out. 8, easy 8. That is a 3 and a 5, and the pair is stunned. So I Googled the origins of the Easy 8.
You did?
And the AI overview provided the following. Easy 8 is a nickname for the M4A3E8 Sherman tank, a late WW2 variant of the U.S. M4 Sherman. The name originates from its experimental design E8 for HVSS suspension, whatever that is, combined with the Army phonetic alphabet, where E stood for easy. It featured a superior, smoother suspension and a 76mm gun.
I don't think that applies to how the dice got their name. I think the 8 that comes up with the higher statistical average.
I think the AI knows what it's talking about, Joe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyways, Monica gasps, wow, I can't believe I actually rolled an 8. And Chandler derides, that was so unlikely. Well, let's get married, I guess. I do like adding I guess onto things.
I guess.
But Monica gets a eureka moment. Wait a minute. That wasn't a hard 8. Last night I rolled a hard 8. And Chandler strongly agrees. That's right. That's the wrong kind of 8. No wedding. Damn it. I love you. Monica goes for an Emmy. I wanted it so bad. Quickly adding, you want to go pack? And Chandler's like, yeah. And they head to the elevators as Chandler questions their choices. We're doing the right thing, right? And Monica's like, of course, we left it up to fate. And she activates the button for the lift as she goes, if we were supposed to get married, there would be a clear-cut sign. The Vader beeps and the door slides open, revealing a god doctor holding that book they like so much. And the framing of the shot makes it look like they're getting married.
Because they're holding hands standing in front of a minister.
Right. To me, a god doctor in Vegas is a bad sign, but that's me.
Yeah, I didn't see many freely walking around while we were there. So now we're in Phoebe's cab. Joey and Phoebe are driving back. Phoebe is driving and Joey is sleeping. And Phoebe goes, okay, you have 19 questions left. Use them wisely. Joey goes, come on, Joey, you can't win if you don't ask any. And she sees that he's asleep. Questions! Joey jumps awake. What? Phoebe whines, you promised me a fun road trip. We've been on the road for like 6 hours and you've been asleep for 5.5.
Oh,
I would be mad too.
yeah.
We're switching at the next stop. And you're going to drive all the way back. That will be your punishment, you greedy sleeper.
And for a second, I thought she was going to say greedy lurker.
I know. Isn't that funny? Joey agrees. All right, all right. And Phoebe says, yeah. And until then, you're going to sing to me because the radio's broken and you are selfish, but you have a nice voice.
Oh, shit. Driving cross country with no radio, hard pass.
Right.
Hard pass. I might have said that when he drove there. I don't remember. Either direction.
Right.
No fun.
Joey starts to protest. Really? I don't. And Phoebe shouts, sing! Joey starts singing, I want to rock and roll all night. And then he falls asleep. There's a time lapse. Phoebe is asleep and Joey's driving and having a hard time staying awake. Joey says in a voiceover, man, this is a long drive. Are my eyes open? No. He opens his eyes and sees a hitchhiker. Another time lapse. Phoebe is still asleep, only Joey is now passed out next to her and the car is still moving.
Uh-oh.
She wakes up, sees Joey and screams, ah! The hitchhiker is driving and says, pleasant morning. And Phoebe screams again.
How are you back here? Okay, finally, after casinos and wedding spas, we're back at Central Park. Rachel's on the couch as Ross enters carrying a root beer. Ross greets her with the standard hey, and Rachel gives a hi, hubby. One of the last happy times she'll do that. She flips through a new art book that the set decorator left on the table, and Ross sits beside her, and he starts off soft. Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk to you about that whole annulment thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And Rachel kind of stares like a deer caught in the headlights as we break for a commercial. And as we return, Rach gives a little smirk and a side eye because she hopes he's joking.
Right.
And Rachel laughs, setting her Java down. Okay, we'll just stay married. And Ross smiles. Yes, exactly. And Rachel keeps the joke going. And I will make everyone call me Mrs. Geller. And Ross then praises her. Wow, that is so amazing. I really thought I'd have to talk you into this more. And Rachel's trying to maintain her humor at this point. Okay, see, now I'm scared because I don't actually think you're kidding. So in the back and forth that ends the scene, there's a fair few cut lines. So we don't have to keep stopping, going back and forth. Joe is just going to be saying all of the cut lines.
Okay.
So Ross levels with her. I'm not kidding. Look, I cannot have 3 failed marriages. I can't. Okay, I'm not going to be that guy. And he continues.
Okay. No, that is not my thing.
And Rachel is on the miffed end of the spectrum now. As she goes, well, so we're just going to stay married forever? And Ross goes,
I don't know. I mean, I haven't worked it all out yet. But look, okay, I know it's a bit crazy.
And then Rachel, amazed, goes,
yeah, uh-huh.
And now Ross goes into the pitch that he thought up in bed last night. How is this going to affect you, really? I mean, you fill out some form once in a while. Instead of checking the box that says miss, you check the box that says misses. It's right next to it. And Rachel goes, oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You know what? We can absolutely stay married because I was under the impression that the boxes were far away from each other. And Ross starts to kind of argue as if this were a real point.
No, they're right.
And then Rachel barks.
No, Ross.
And she breathes and kind of thinks for a second. All right, look, just take a moment and think about what you're asking me. And Ross implores, I'm asking you to do me a favor. And Rachel clarifies, you're asking me to be your wife. And Ross urges, And as my wife, I think you should grant me this favor. Then he tacks on to the end.
We did make vows.
And Rachel gives a dispirited,
ugh. All right, we're in the hallway. Chandler is helping Monica to the door. Monica's limping. That kid really kicked me hard on the plane.
Aww.
Chandler points out, well, you did pull his hair.
And then he had to walk all the way through the concourse. What a fucking pain in the ass.
Monica shouts, he took my snack. Chandler says, I'm not getting into this again.
I feel like I've said that to you a couple of times.
Hey.
Oh.
Monica says, okay, I would never pull somebody's hair. Monica says, okay, oh God, you know what? It hurts really bad. And Chandler picks her up. Well, I told you not to walk here. There, okay. He has her in his arms and he opens the door and carries her across the threshold, stops, backs out, and lets go of Monica, who is now only holding on by his neck. Monica asks, this doesn't mean anything, does it? Chandler hurriedly says, no.
It definitely does not.
Monica says, okay.
All right, now we've returned to Phoebe's cab. Now Phoebes is driving. Joey's in the back seat all alone. The hitchhiker, or Rick, is riding up front with Phoebe. Phoebe is giving Joey the business, both barrels. Double-barreled business. How could you pick up a hitchhiker? He could be a rape. She hesitates and she holds up her hand so not to look at the man in the eye that she's accusing of being a rapist or a killer or something. And Joey scoffs, don't you think I asked him that before he got in? And Phoebe reprimands, you know what? I'm not talking to you. You go back to sleep. Then she asks Rick, and you, are you a rapist? And hitchhiker Rick shakes his head, no. And Phoebe asks, do you like car games? The hitchhiker goes, yeah, you know the license plate game? Phoebe livens up to that like she had a mimosa. She goes, I love the license plate game. And Joey goes, oh, I'll play. And Phoebe tells him, no, you need to sleep. Good night. Shh. And then she close that safety glass thingamajigger.
All right, we're back at Monica and Rachel's, and Ross is entering. Rachel's there, and they greet each other with haze. Ross comes in and says, listen, I know you wanted to talk to me, but I have an idea that'll make you want to stay married. Rachel shakes her head. We register, and you get to keep all the gifts.
I think if he would have opened with that at Central Perk, he might have had it.
Rachel is intrigued and thinks about it for a good half second.
Yeah.
No, Ross, come on. No, listen. Look, I thought a lot about how to tell you this, and
So then we have some weird cut lines.
This is a really weird part. I didn't get it.
So Rachel goes, actually, I came up with an analogy about a little goldfish in a pond that freezes over in the winter, but then I realized that was more of a story about what to do when people pick on you. So I'm actually going to save that for my children's book.
Rach.
And Rachel goes, yeah?
What's up?
Rachel goes, oh, sorry, yeah, okay.
And then she continues. The bottom line, Ross, is we cannot stay married. And Ross goes, I don't know if that's true. And she goes, oh, but it is.
They must have spent some time outside of Vegas because they're both very tan.
Right? So Ross philosophizes, okay, you know what this is? This is a difference of opinion. And when that happens in a marriage, and Rachel goes, oh, Ross, come on. This is not a marriage. This is the world's worst hangover. Ross, listen, if you do not get this annulment, I will. Ross agrees. All right, I'll do it.
I think you can see the little sparkle in his eye like, oh, she thinks I can go do this by myself.
Right. She doesn't have to do or sign anything. Come on. So Rachel thanks him and he goes to leave. And she goes, hey, is there such a thing as an annulment shower?
No.
And Ross turns and leaves.
I'm like, he's sick of her now. Back to the Relaxi-Taxi. The trio remain in their previous locations. Rick goes, wait, there's a train station. And Phoebe's like, oh, okay. Hitchhiker Rick says to Phoebe, well, this is where I get off. Well, I have your address and phone number. And Phoebe replies, and I have your name and the fact that you're a drifter. So the ball's pretty much in your court. And Rick goes, all right, see you, Phoebes. Phoebes? Geez, that was fast.
I know, right? They're like besties.
Ugh.
Well, it is a long fucking trip.
It is. Phoebe pulls the cab away and drives in silence, and Joey begs, "Come on, Phoebes, I can't take this anymore. Please talk to me. Let me make it up to you. Come on." And then Joey starts singing a song they already paid for the rights for, Space Oddity, one of my favorite David Bowie songs.
Yes, very good.
So I changed the words a little bit so I could kind of sing through it.
Okay.
Smelly cat to Major Dad, and sensing dead clown's tension tron. Rake your lean cuisine and put your puppet on.
I don't know what that version means, but I like it.
Phoebe stops him before I need to ruin any more of the song. She goes, stop it. No, that's not fair. You know I can't resist that beautiful voice. And Joey pleads, Phoebes, I'm sorry. I know I promised you a fun road trip with your friend, and I didn't deliver, but now that I know you think being awake is an important part of friendship, so I'll strive to stay awake for as long as I know you.
Oh my gosh.
And Phoebe tells him, you can still sleep at night and stuff. So Joey smiles and goes, oh, thank you. So can we play 20 questions now? I've got a really good one. I've been thinking about it since Kansas. And Phoebe's like, okay, is it a kind of hot sandwich? He's like, yeah. And Phoebe's like, is it a meatball sub? And Joey's like, that's incredible. You are the master. So quiz for Joe.
Right.
Other fast answers to 20 questions in popular culture.
Right.
Ted Theodore Logan from Bill and Ted.
A tank.
A tank. Are you a tank? Yeah. The Malloy brothers in Ocean's 11.
I don't remember that one.
Evil Knievel.
Oh.
And the girl kid every time we play.
Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon. Does it have poisonous saliva?
We're all like, what? All right, we're at Monica and Rachel's. Chandler and Monica are there, and Rachel's arranging a bouquet of flowers, sees a bug, throws the bouquet over her head and screams, and Monica is the one who catches it. So I was curious why they tossed the bouquet, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, why did they do that?
Okay.
So I looked it up.
Incredible.
The wedding bouquet toss originated in medieval Europe, specifically England and France, as a distraction tactic.
Oh.
Guests used to believe that ripping off pieces of the bride's dress or holding her flowers brought them good luck. So brides began throwing their bouquets to distract rowdy crowds to escape.
No.
I think that sounds made up.
I don't know. People were pretty dumb.
They were weird back then. They had some weird traditions.
So this scene starts with some cut lines.
Yep.
Monica growls upon catching the bouquet. Enough already! And Chandler points out, well, you didn't have to catch them.
And Rachel points out, that's funny. You look like you're going to be the... And Monica scolds, no, don't say it. Don't even think it. Rachel puts their flowers down and says, all right, okay, Chandler, enjoy your handful. And she takes her exit. Chandler asks, all right, should we just get married, you know? I mean, should we just do it? All the signs are telling us to do it. And Monica whines, I'm sick of the signs. It's too fast. I'm happy the way things are. Chandler agrees. Me too. Monica snaps. I don't want things to change. Do you? Chandler goes, no. Monica shouts, all right then nothing changes. Everything is great. Everything stays the same. And you go unpack because it's been 3 days and it's driving me insane.
You actually said that to me when we got back from Iceland.
No, sir. So Chandler goes to leave and says, geez, relax. It's not like we're mad. Chandler leaves, but then he re-enters slowly. You know, I was thinking, what if I unpack here? Monica's confused. Then all your stuff would be here. Chandler continues, well, what if all my stuff was here? Monica's still not getting it. Goes, then you'd be going back and forth all the time. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Chandler changes his tone. Okay, what if we live together and you understand what I'm saying? Monica questions, live together? There have been no signs for that. Chandler points out, me asking is kind of a sign.
It is true.
And then Monica shouts, yes, yes, yes. And she leaps over the couch into his arms and they kiss.
No.
Chandler excitedly goes, okay. And Monica still excited goes, okay, wait. Here's your key. Chandler goes, okay, thanks. And Monica goes, here's your key, all right? And you have to christen it. Now go out and come back in. Chandler quips, the door hasn't been locked in 5 years, but okay. He runs out. Ready? Monica replies, ready. And she locks the door. He tries it, but the key snaps in the lock. Chandler, nervous, goes, okay, a little problem. The key broke in the lock, and I can't get in.
Anti-signs. Uh-oh.
Monica panics. Wait, oh God, I can't get out. Chandler assures Mom, this is not a sign. Monica agrees, no, it's not a sign. It's a very old key. Chandler goes, it's an old key. Oh my God, it's old, Monica says. Chandler goes, I love you. Monica goes, oh, I love you. Chandler asks, are you hugging the door right now? Monica goes, no. Chandler grunts, yeah, me either.
Me neither. Nope. So back in the perk, Rachel and Phoebe are on the couch, and Ross enters again. Hays are exchanged, and Rachel asks, how did it go with the annulment? And Ross reassures her, oh yeah, no problemo, taken care of. I don't want to victim blame here, but what kind of legal document doesn't need your signature, Rachel Green?
Right. How are you going to make sure it's legal and binding?
And she thanks Ross and follows up with, want to go see a movie? And Ross is like, sure. First movie with the wife. Well, this wife. Yeah, why not? And Rachel throws out a Phoebe's, but Phoebe shrugs. No, thanks. I've already seen one.
She's so weird.
Rachel says, okay, I'm going to go get my sweater because movies are always freezing. Ross sits next to Phoebe, and with a mischievous tone, he asks, so, you want to hear something weird?
Always.
I didn't get the annulment.
What?
We're still married. Don't tell Rachel. See you later. Then he gets up, leaving a jolted Phoebes in his wake.
I love how he says it. It's so awkward and weird. Don't tell Rachel.
See you later.
All right, now we're at the tag in the hallway. Joey is coming up the stairs, sees Chandler trying to open the door. What are you doing? Chandler goes, this key is stuck in the lock. Joey goes, I can fix it. Hold on. He goes and gets a screwdriver from their apartment. Look out, look out. He pries at the door a little bit, and then he stands back and scratches his head. Chandler tries the handle. It still doesn't work. Joey goes, I'm not finished.
Oh.
Chandler goes, oh. Joey goes back into the apartment and comes running into the hallway, throws his shoulder against the door, and knocks the door off its hinges. Chandler goes, nice job, Joe. You're quite the craftsman. Joey pats him on the stomach and heads to the apartment. That's the end of the episode.
That's the end.
Cut and print. We're going to take another short break. We'll be right back.
Hey, Mr. Hitchhiker, where you headed?
East.
Nice. Let me ask you this. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
So, what's your name?
Rick.
Well, Rick, I'm a little tired. Are you up to driving for a while?
Sure, I love to drive.
Perfect. I'm Joey. I'm just going to slide in the back with my friend and take a siesta.
Sounds good, Joey.
Hang on. You're not like a serial killer or rapist or anything, are you?
No.
Great. Hey, do me a favor. Wake me up at dinner time, okay?
Sure thing, Joey. All right, we're back.
We're back. Let's wrap up this mamma jamma.
So what did you learn from this episode?
Joe, what did you learn?
Ross is a little disturbed.
Yep.
Yeah, and people still argue that it was in their heart of hearts to get married and being drunk just brought it to the surface, but science, people.
Science, people. It's primordial, and Ross should know that as a paleontologist. I learned that some couples communicate better than others, and Joey doesn't travel well.
No, a road trip with him would suck.
So that's Chandler and Joey that don't travel well.
He is grumpy when he travels, and Joey is sleepy when he travels. Oh, they're 2/7 of the 7 dwarfs.
Ross would be Doc, he would say, right?
For sure, for sure. But he's more like Dopey. All right, what are your final thoughts?
So the writers, if the writers had their way, nobody would be together at this point.
I don't know why sitcoms like to do they will, they won't they get together type.
No, but I mean, you said that they wanted to have Chandler have an affair.
Yeah, it's
That
like
would just
destroy.
nobody
Yeah.
would come home happy.
Right, no. Ross is not starting off the season on the right foot either.
No.
He's like doomed from the start. And if bad choices and embarrassment were a person, it'd be Ross Geller.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was John Mulaney's character in Big Mouth.
Yeah.
But you're right. It could be Ross, too.
Yeah, it's Ross. All right, our sweater vest tracker.
Okay, hang on. I got to reset it. All right. So, season 6.
Yes.
Big old 0 up there.
We started off with episode 1, no sweater vest.
No sweater vest.
No sweater vest in Las Vegas. All right, Magnadoodle tracker, another 0.
Yeah.
We didn't make it to the guy's apartment this week.
No.
So, all right. What
They
was
had
it?
to rebuild Central Perk first.
That's right. They took it apart for Vegas. What is our IMDb rating for this episode?
The IMDb rating is 8.6 out of 10 with 5,700 ratings.
It's not bad. That's not a bad review for,
Yeah.
Nobody wrote in for this episode, so I went on IMDb and found you one.
Okay.
So I don't know who Zet76 is, but that's who wrote this.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. Okay, it's titled The One Where Ross Goes Full Psycho.
Not yet, but close.
It'd be funny if they would add Ross Goes Full Psycho 1. Ross Goes Full Psycho 2.
Yeah, I should see if he reviews the next couple episodes.
I love the show, but Ross's behavior is always weird. Self-centered, emotionally immature, manipulative, whining 1 second, raging in the next. This episode marks the point where Ross crossed a line, even for his low standards. He really doesn't seem to grasp what he asks from Rachel, and then he goes behind her back, and even finds it funny to do so. Sure, it's a sitcom, and in their ways, almost any sitcom character in a sitcom is a weirdo, but they always have redeeming qualities. Ross doesn't.
So Ross hate in this review.
Right.
I mean, we pick on Ross, but he does have redeeming qualities. He's, got some cute moments and sweet things.
Right. I don't think that he's enjoying it as much as he's lost his mind.
Yeah, he just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are certain people that are like, okay, I fucked up. I need to own it.
Right.
And then there are people who are like, no, I'm going to pretend this never happened.
Right. Monica thinks she would be the general.
Right.
Ross would be the guy that goes home for Section 8.
What's Section 8?
Section 8 is when you go.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he would be. All right, tell us about next week's episode.
Okay, next week is the one where Ross hugs Rachel.
Aw.
I'll give you the synopsis as well. Monica and Chandler try telling their roommates that they are being roommates with each other now. Phoebe tries to explain to Ross that he didn't get the annulment because he still loves Rachel.
Yeah. Everyone else knows. Why doesn't he know?
Why doesn't she know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Why didn't they never ever went, oh, we got married.
Yeah, exactly. Neither one of them were
Right.
like, we must.
Like if Ross was hanging out with Phoebe, they wouldn't have ended up married.
No, I don't think so. Mm-mm. Or Joey.
No matter how many mimosas were in her.
All right. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
I am ready.
So, I had a tedious week last week.
Yeah.
And so when I came home after dinner, you put in one of my favorite movies,
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
I love Hot Fuzz.
You were sounded so bummed out when you called. I was like,
just,
I'm just going to put in Hot Fuzz.
it was just a tedious day. Nothing bad, just tedious and nonstop all
Yeah.
day. And it's like, dude, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me on Friday?
Well, I decided to call in Simon Pegg and Nick Frost as reinforcements.
It always works. And then on the weekend, we watched Battle Royale.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put it on in the afternoon and
Yeah.
got really sleepy toward the end. I've seen it before.
Oh, yeah. We've watched it a couple times.
Battle Royale is the Japanese film that's kind of like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, yeah.
It predates the Hunger Games.
It's way more violent.
Yes.
Way more violent.
It's more of a sci-fi horror film than Hunger.
It's enjoyable. Yeah, there's not as much of a cutesy story like the
Yeah.
Hunger Games. Yeah. And then
Yeah, it's about a classroom of
Yes.
kids. They just pick out a 9th grade class, put them on an island, and go, one of you can go home.
only one though. And then we've been waiting to watch this, Begonia.
Yeah.
And tell us who the director is again.
Oh, Yorgos Lanthimos. If that's not it, that's close.
I think that sounds right. But anyhow, he's done other movies like The Lobster, Dogtooth, and
Poor Things.
Poor Things, which I liked. We talked about that before.
You did not like Dogtooth.
I did not like Dogtooth.
You did not like. He's had a couple that you like.
The Lobster's okay. It just if you
He did a killing of a sacred deer,
Yeah.
which you won't go near.
no. But Begonia, I love Emma Stone. I think she's amazing, and I love Jesse
Plemons.
I think he's really good too.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I kind of want to see this. So I walked into it. 1, I didn't know it was that director.
Okay.
And 2, I had no inkling about what this was about. I saw the previews, but they don't give much away except that he tries to kidnap Emma Stone's character.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, okay,
Right.
I'm going into this completely blind. And it took me on a journey I was not expecting. And then I ended up thinking about it for the next 4 days. I liked it so much, and it just took me by surprise. I think that's what it was. It was like, every time I turned around, there was something happening, and I was like, wait, what? It's not a friends-friendly movie, but if you like weird and different and you would like to go on a journey, I recommend it. Emma Stone's really good in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's got funny parts.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah. Violent parts.
Yeah.
Crazy parts.
I enjoyed it. And then I ended the week with getting into a car accident. So
Aw.
yeah, I'm okay though.
Yeah, it was
I'm
just
okay.
a little fender
Everybody
bender.
else is okay. But for some reason, I burst into tears.
You were just emotional in the moment. You're fine now.
I'm fine now. I'm all good. But yeah, so that was fun. Not the accident. Begonia was fun. Anything else did we watch? I don't think so.
No, just random junk.
Yeah. Usually in the evenings, I'm too zoned out to concentrate on stuff. All right. Are you ready to let these people go?
Yes, I am.
All
We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with your other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and leave a review.
Or if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, send us your musings and we may share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Yeah, come on. We'd like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
Check the show notes for details. You know how to get a hold of us. Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Are you hugging the door too?